Hi everyone, it's Millie. I want to take a moment.
And if the kids are calling, referring to this era of you, Millie Bobby.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Sussex Viral. Today we're diving into Millie Bobby Brown and the Hollywood problem. Why young actresses face unfair scrutiny. Fame is a double-edged sword, especially for young actresses in Hollywood. They grow up in front of the world, with millions watching their every move, every outfit, every change in their appearance. And no one knows this better than Millie Bobby Brown. At just 12 years old, she became a household name as 11 in Stranger Things. But as she grew up, the conversation about her shifted, no longer just about her talent, but about her looks, her fashion choices, and even her relationships. Recently, Millie made headlines again, not for a new role, but because people had something to say about her appearance. But this isn't just about Millie. Hollywood has a long history of putting young actresses under a microscope, criticizing them as they grow up, and policing their transition from child stars to adult women. From Natalie Portman to Emma Watson, Selena Gomez to Zendaya, we've seen this cycle repeat over and over again. Today, we're breaking it all down. Millie Bobby Brown, a star growing up in the spotlight. Millie Bobby Brown was born on February 19, 2004, in Spain to British parents. By the time she was 8, her family had moved to the US, and she was auditioning for acting roles. She got small parts in Once Upon a Time in Wonderland and Grey's Anatomy, but her big break came in 2016 with Stranger Things. Playing 11, a mysterious girl with supernatural powers, made her one of the biggest young stars in the world. But with fame came an overwhelming level of attention. At just 13, she was named one of Time magazine's most influential people. Fashion brands wanted her at red carpet events. Social media couldn't get enough of her. And soon, the scrutiny began. Even as a teenager, she was criticized for dressing too mature at premieres. Articles questioned whether she was growing up too fast. Social media users speculated about her relationships and personal life, and now, at 20, the conversation is still happening. Recently, she made headlines because people were shocked at how much she's changed. Some said she looks unrecognizable. Others accused her of getting cosmetic procedures. But why does Hollywood act so surprised when young girls grow up? To understand.
Hi everyone, it's Millie. I want to take a moment to address something that I think is bigger than just me. Something that affects every young woman who grows up under public scrutiny. I think this is very necessary to talk about. I started in the industry when I was 10 years old. I grew up in front of the world, and for some reason, people can't seem to grow up with me. Instead, they act like I'm supposed to stay frozen in time, like I should still look the way I did on Stranger Things Season 1. And because I don't, I'm now a target. I want to talk about some of the articles that have recently released while I'm on my press tour, and some of the writers who are so desperate to tear young women down. One article reads, "Why are Gen Zers like Millie Bobby Brown aging so badly?" Written by Lydia Hawkin. "What has Millie Bobby Brown done to her face?" Written by John Eli. Millie Bobby Brown mistaken for someone's mum as she guides younger sister Ava through LA. Written by Cassie Carpenter. Another article reads, "Little Britain's Matt Lucas takes savage swipe at Millie Bobby Brown's new mummy makeover look." Written by Bethann Edwards. Amplifying an insult rather than questioning why a grown man is mocking a young woman's appearance. This isn't journalism. This is bullying. The fact that adult writers are spending their time dissecting my face, my body, my choices is disturbing, and the fact that some of these articles are written by women makes it even worse. We always talk about supporting and uplifting young women, but when it comes down to it, it seems a lot easier to just tear them down for clicks. Disillusioned people can't handle seeing a girl become a woman, on her terms, not their own. I refuse to apologize for growing up. I refuse to make myself smaller to fit the unrealistic expectations of people who can't handle seeing a girl become a woman. I will not be shamed for how I look, how I dress, or how I present myself. We have become a society where it's so much easier to criticize than it is to pay a compliment. Why is it the knee-jerk reaction to say something horrible rather than just say something nice? If you have a problem with that, I have to wonder, what is it that actually makes you so uncomfortable? Let's do better, not just for me, but for every young girl who deserves to grow up without the fear of being torn apart for simply existing. Thank you.
We need to look at history. A Hollywood pattern, young actresses under a microscope. Hollywood has a long history of treating young actresses like they belong to the public, and as soon as they start growing up, the world suddenly has an opinion on their bodies, their clothes, and their maturity. Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman was just 12 when she starred in Leon, The Professional, and she's spoken openly about how she was sexualized by the media before she even hit her teenage years. By the time she was 13, there were countdowns online to her 18th birthday. In interviews, she felt pressured to prove she wasn't a child anymore, just so she could be taken seriously. Emma Watson. Then there's Emma Watson. The world met her as Hermione in Harry Potter, and as she grew up, the conversation shifted. Tabloids followed her every move, waiting for the moment she would dress grown up. When she turned 18, paparazzi tried to take inappropriate photos of her. She later admitted that she felt a huge pressure to control her image so she wouldn't be sexualized too soon.
Are your parents in show business?
No, my dad's an infertility specialist. It's pretty funny because when I was in nursery school, the teachers asked me, what does your dad do for a living?
Yeah.
So I said he helps women get pregnant. And they called my mom and they're like, well, what exactly does your husband?
Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez had a similar experience. As a Disney Channel star, she was labeled America's sweetheart. But when she transitioned into music and took on more mature roles, critics accused her of trying too hard to be an adult. Even today, Selena deals with body shaming, age-related criticism, and constant speculation about her personal life. Zendaya, another Disney star, faced similar scrutiny.
Anyway, you're too small, you're too big, that doesn't fit, Bitch, I am perfect the way I am. Moral of the story? Bye.
When she moved from Disney to more serious acting roles, people debated whether she was too grown for her age. But Zendaya has taken control of her career, picking roles that allow her to show her range, while also speaking out about the pressures young women face in Hollywood. Social media and the double standard. So why does this keep happening? A big part of the problem is social media. In the past, it was just tabloids and paparazzi. But now, every person with a phone has an opinion, and it spreads instantly. If a young actress dresses maturely, she's criticized for growing up too fast. If she stays youthful, she's told she's not relevant anymore. If she changes her appearance, people speculate about plastic surgery. If she gains or loses weight, the internet has something to say. Meanwhile, young male actors don't face this kind of scrutiny. When they grow up,
I want to offer a few statements of my own that I have struggled with and continue to struggle with on a daily basis, but that I have found inspiring. I'm willing to go forward even when I feel alone. I am willing to go to bed each night at peace with myself. I am willing to be my biggest, bestest, most powerful self.
they're praised for maturing into leading men. The double standard is clear. Time for a change. So, what can we do? It starts with changing the conversation. Instead of obsessing over how young actresses look, we should focus on their talent and the work they create. Millie Bobby Brown, Natalie Portman, Emma Watson, Selena Gomez, and Zendaya, all of these women have fought to be seen beyond their appearance. And maybe it's time for Hollywood and the internet to finally let young actresses grow up in peace. If you agree, let us know in the comments. Who do you think has faced the most unfair scrutiny in Hollywood? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into celebrity culture. One of the original who has a up and down in the media started very young in Hollywood to having a full breakdown in the public. Britney Spears. The full story. From pop princess to freedom, Britney Spears isn't just a pop star, she's a cultural phenomenon. From a small-town girl with big dreams to the biggest pop sensation of her generation, Britney defined an era. But behind the glitz, fame, and record-breaking success was a young woman fighting battles the world couldn't see. She faced intense media scrutiny, a highly public breakdown, and a 13-year-long conservatorship that controlled every aspect of her life. And even after breaking free, her story is still unfolding. This is the full breakdown of Britney Spears' life, from the rise, the fall, the fight for freedom, and where she stands today. The making of a pop icon. Britney Jean Spears was born on December 2, 1981, in Macomb, Mississippi, and raised in Kentwood, Louisiana. From a young age, it was clear she had a star quality. Her mother, Lynn Spears, saw her potential and took her to auditions. At just 11 years old, Britney landed a spot on the Mickey Mouse Club alongside future stars like Justin Timberlake, Christina Aguilera, and Ryan Gosling. After the show ended, Britney pursued a music career, and in 1998, she changed pop music forever. With her debut single, Baby One More Time, Britney became an instant superstar. The song hit number 1, and the album went on to sell over 25 million copies worldwide. She followed it up with hits like Oops, I Did It Again, Stronger, and Lucky, cementing her status as the biggest pop star of the early 2000s. Media pressure and public scrutiny. With fame came intense pressure. Britney's image was constantly analyzed, her outfits, her relationships, even her body. The media obsessed over her love life, especially when she started dating fellow pop star Justin Timberlake. After their highly publicized breakup in 2002, Justin released Cry Me a River, implying Britney had cheated. The media villainized her, while Justin's career soared. Then came the relentless paparazzi. Britney couldn't go anywhere without being hounded by flashing cameras and invasive questions. The pressure kept building. Breakdown and the conservatorship. By 2007, the pressure became too much. Britney was going through a custody battle with her ex-husband, Kevin Federline, over their 2 sons, Sean and Jaden. She was constantly followed by paparazzi. Her every move turned into a tabloid headline. One night, she walked into a salon and shaved her head. The images became infamous, but instead of seeing a woman in crisis, the media turned it into a joke. Then came the umbrella incident, where she hit a paparazzi's car in frustration. The world called her crazy, but in reality, she was a young woman under unimaginable stress. In 2008, Britney was placed under a conservatorship controlled by her father, Jamie Spears. The official reason was that she was incapable of managing her affairs. But as we'd later learn, that conservatorship would control her for the next 13 years. Controlled by her own family. For over a decade, Britney was under strict control. She was forced to work, releasing albums, touring, and even doing a Las Vegas residency that earned hundreds of millions of dollars. Yet, she had no access to her own money. She couldn't make personal decisions. Reports say she wasn't allowed to marry, have more children, or even drive her own car. While fans questioned the situation, Britney remained silent until 2021. Free Britney and the fight for freedom. In 2021, the Free Britney movement exploded. Fans had been questioning her conservatorship for years, but a shocking court testimony changed everything. For the first time, Britney spoke publicly, revealing the horrifying details of her conservatorship. She compared it to being in prison and begged the judge to set her free. The world listened. The media that once mocked her now supported her. Celebrities, politicians, and everyday people rallied behind her. After months of legal battles, the conservatorship was officially terminated on November 12, 2021. For the first time in 13 years, Britney Spears was free. Life after freedom and recent events. Since gaining her freedom, Britney has been reclaiming her life. She married her longtime boyfriend, Sam Asghari, in a star-studded wedding. She released new music, including a collaboration with Elton John, Hold Me Closer. She's been active on social media, sharing her thoughts, dancing, and speaking her truth. But the road hasn't been easy. Britney has spoken about the trauma she endured under her conservatorship, and she's still dealing with family drama, especially with her father and sister, Jamie Lynn Spears. Recently, there have been reports about her well-being, with tabloids speculating about her mental health. But one thing is clear, Britney is in control of her own life now, and that's something she fought hard for. Britney's legacy. Britney Spears' story is one of incredible highs and devastating lows. She was the biggest pop star in the world, torn down by the same industry that built her up. She survived media scrutiny, public humiliation, and over a decade of control, only to come out stronger. Her journey is a reminder of how the entertainment industry treats young women, and how the world can change when people speak up. Britney Spears is not just a pop princess, she's a fighter, a survivor, and an icon. What do you think about Britney's journey? Do you think the media owes her an apology? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into celebrity culture.
Hello, and please don't judge me, I look haggard right now. But my question to all of you is, a lot of fans in our world today, they always are subject to really criticize people and say that the pictures and videos that they're posting are either not on time or they're fake. But no one ever really asks, are the paparazzi pictures fake, and do the paparazzi people do stuff to the pictures, and is the news really real? It's a conspiracy theory that I'm actually interested in. I went swimming. I look like I'm 40 pounds bigger than I am today. This is how I am right now, and I'm skinny as a needle. You tell me, what is real?